Allah tells us in the Quran to struggle in His path, struggle for His sake. The word jihad has often been misunderstood, but at its core it means struggle. But this isn't a random aimless struggle. This is a struggle with one sole goal to please Allah. Imagine every challenge you face, every hardship that comes your way. These are opportunities for you to struggle for the sake of Allah. When you have nothing else in mind, nothing but your connection with Allah, then you are fulfilling your purpose on this earth. But here's the challenge. Allah tells us to struggle in the way He deserves. It's easy to say, but when you look closely at our own lives, you'll realize that we fall short. None of us praise the way Allah deserves. None of us thanks Allah the way He deserves. None of us truly obeys Him as He deserves. It's a daunting truth, but it's part of being human. We know we fall short. But the beauty of it is that Allah doesn't ask us to be perfect. He asks us to make that effort, even if we can't fulfill it fully. Think about it this way. Allah is not asking for the impossible from us, but He is asking for us to struggle, to strive, to aim for His pleasure, even if we don't reach it completely. The effort itself, the sincerity behind it, is what matters most to Allah. And that's why He rewards us with mercy, knowing our limitations. Favors of Allah, seen and unseen. When Allah speaks about His favors, He reminds us that there are visible and invisible blessings we receive every single moment. We often thank Allah for what we can see, the roof over our heads, the food on our table, our health, our families. These are obvious blessings. But what about the countless blessings we can't see, the ones we don't even recognize? What about the intricate, invisible blessings that are happening within us right now at this very moment? Imagine your heart beating steadily, your lungs filling with air, your kidneys working non-stop to keep your body in balance. These are just a few of the countless hidden favors of Allah. We don't even have the capacity to recognize all of them, yet Allah continues to bless us with them. Have you ever thought about the countless microbes in your body working to keep you healthy? Or the air you breathe and how it nourishes you, despite the fact that you can't see or control it? We can't even fathom the amount of good that is happening right now without our knowledge. And this is just a small sample of Allah's mercy. Yet He is so generous in His favors, continuing to bless us with what we can't see. Even though we are unaware of them, Allah's blessings are uncountable. Allah tells us in the Quran, if you try to count the favors of Allah, you will never be able to enumerate them. The more you think about it, the more you realize that one favor is so immense, it can't be fully appreciated. So what about all the others? Prophet Ibrahim's gratitude, a lesson in humility. Let's turn to Prophet Ibrahim Naz, who is known for his unwavering gratitude toward Allah. Allah describes him as being grateful for the blessings Allah gave him. However, the Arabic word used here to describe his gratitude is Khalil, meaning a few. Wait, what? Wasn't Ibrahim Az one of the most grateful of all? How could he be grateful for just a few blessings? The answer lies in understanding that even the greatest human beings like Ibrahim can only be grateful for a fraction of what Allah has blessed them with. No matter how much we thank Allah, it's only a small portion of what we've truly received. The reality is, every time we try to express gratitude for Allah's blessings, we are only able to grasp a few of them. Think about how many times you've woken up in the morning with a new blessing from Allah that you hadn't even noticed before. For example, your breathing right now. How many times do you stop and thank Allah for every breath you take? Probably not as often as you should, right? This is one of the millions of blessings that are so constant, so routine that we overlook them. But Ibrahim has understood this. He recognized that even if he spent his entire life thanking Allah, he could never thank Him enough for all his blessings. The point is that Allah's favors are beyond our comprehension, beyond our ability to acknowledge, and no matter how much we try, we will always be in debt to him. We all know that language has power, but in the Quran, the words of Allah are not just a medium of communication. They carry weight, meaning, and a depth that transcends human understanding. Every word, every sentence, and every pronoun used by Allah serves a purpose far beyond what we might initially grasp. You might have noticed that when Allah speaks to us in the Quran, He uses the pronouns I, every, and each one of these pronouns holds a unique and profound significance. But why does Allah use different pronouns to refer to Himself? What do these choices tell us about our Creator? And what do they reveal about the way we should relate to Him? In this video, we'll dive deep into the meanings behind Allah's use of we and He in the Quran. By understanding these nuances, we'll gain not only a better understanding of the language of the Quran, but also a deeper connection with the Creator. Each time you hear Allah speak in these different ways, let it remind you of the beautiful relationship between the divine and His creation. Pronouns in their simplest form are tools we use in everyday language to replace nouns. When we refer to someone as he, she, or they, we use pronouns to avoid repeating the same name over and over. But in the Quran, Allah uses pronouns for much more than convenience. They are a window into understanding the majesty, mercy, and transcendence of the Creator. Let's start with the basics. In English, we have singular and plural pronouns, but in Arabic, the use of pronouns carries far more weight. In the Quran, Allah uses I, we, and He to reflect different aspects of His nature. His closeness to us, His supreme authority, and His reverence-worthy greatness. Each pronoun is chosen with precision, reflecting the relationship we have with Allah and the tone He wishes to convey. This personal pronoun indicates a direct, intimate connection. When Allah says, I am the one who hears your prayers, or I am the most merciful, it's not just a declaration of His existence. It's an invitation to connect with Him personally, to know that He is not far away, but deeply involved in every moment of our lives. The use of Iya makes us feel that Allah is right there with us, that He is aware of our needs, struggles, and joys. Yui, at first glance, you might wonder why Allah refers to Himself as we when we know He is one. In Arabic, the use of the plural is a linguistic tool that indicates power and majesty. It's known as the royal plural. Kings, rulers, and leaders often refer to themselves as we to signify their supreme authority and the collective nature of their reign. When Allah uses we, He is emphasizing His ultimate control over the entire universe. It is a declaration of His grandeur and sovereignty. It's not about numbers, it's about conveying power, the power of the Creator who commands the heavens and the earth. He, using Yidsi to refer to Allah, is done in a third-person sense, which at first may feel like a distant way of speaking. But the use of He in the Quran reflects Allah's majesty, His awe-inspiring grandeur, and His elevated status above all of creation. Allah is still present, still aware of everything happening in the universe, but using E acknowledges the infinite distance between the Creator and His creation. It serves to remind us of Allah's magnificence and transcendence. Let's talk more about the plural, we, that Allah uses in the Quran. As we mentioned earlier, this isn't about Allah being plural. It's a linguistic tool to indicate majesty. When kings, emperors, or rulers address their subjects, they often use we to project their authority and power. It is a way of speaking that suggests that the authority behind the words is vast and all-encompassing. Now, when we read in the Quran that we created the heavens and the earth, or we have decreed this, we are reminded of Allah's unmatched authority. Ang. Allah doesn't need to use we in a literal sense because he is one. But the use of we here brings a certain reverence and honor to the statement, making us feel the immense scale of his power. His command is absolute, and everything in the universe is under his control. The entire cosmos, from the smallest particle to the largest galaxy, exists